waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dogs, no smog. Bootleg volume 2 in my iPod. Call Lala to bring baby wicked. You can have lady simple. I don't fuck fat bitches, we getting switches. In my Cali King, Khalifa rap force, got some bop to fling. And Southland Records still getting their paper. And I'm dressed yellow purple like an LA nigga. This bottle's paper. Ain't no road in the latest. High power still whacking, nothing changed with them. And creator got beats, fingers fuck with the sellouts. That's bad shit, a wild switch the station like hell out. I get bailouts when I'm in the pen, cause I always got the tour, so bring your wins. Payaso in the Dukes, I pick that up. It's a 3 for $20, what's the deal? I struck, that's a fire. What Mellow Man gotta say, cause the gangs run LA and the West is lame.
Another edition of the Will Be Blood Fight Show. I'm your host, Dave Duenas. Let's get into January 24th at the Staples Center. We got a anticipated bout, a bout that's going to create a lot of fireworks and a lot of excitement. It's a fan-friendly fight between Antonio Margarito versus Sugar Shane Mosley. Okay, we're going to recap a little bit about what have these guys been doing since the 09 rolling into, since the 08 rolling into the 09. Okay, well, first off, Sugar Shane Mosley, let's get into what he's been up to. 37 years old. His last outing was against Ricardo Mayorga. He had a sensational knockout. 1 second left on the clock on the 12th round against Mayorga. Knocked him out clean. Dude was out. But other than that, other than the other rounds, he had some spurting moments, but he had a lot of difficulty, a lot of problems with Mayorga. Okay. You could really tell the age is really caught up. I've said it several times in my videos that, Sugar Shane Mosley should really hang up his gloves, walk away from the sport. Why take any more necessary punishment in his career where he can end it rather than him having the option to end it on his own, right? Of course, if you're a hardcore boxing fan, Mosley always comes to fight. That's why he has had fans the way he has. Fight fans are still rooting for him because he always comes to fight. He's a guy that, moves forward. Fast, he's never really been fast-footed. He's always had the style of being there right in front of you and mixing it up. He's not the kind of guy that tries to get cute in the ring. He tries to use everything in the ring. He's the guy that tries to, walk you down and, land his 6-punch combinations and be, spectacular at doing it, okay? Now, the problem, though, is that he's facing a guy now that's pretty much in his prime. At 147, Antonio Margarito has shown why he has been considered one of the most feared fighters in his weight division. He has started off in a good year. Golden Johnson blew him out. Had a chance in a rematch with Kermit Cintrone and had a shutout on him too on a 5th round knockout. Then he had his coming out party with Miguel Cotto, which was in a great back and forth war between the Puerto Rican star, and then finally got caught up with them. Was losing the first couple rounds against Cotto, but then gradually with the investment of those body shots and the pressure and the consistency that he possesses against you in the ring, he was later able to bend his man and get the victory over Miguel Cotto, and now has become the it factor at 147. Right now, Sugar Shane Mosley, what chances does he have against Antonio Margarito? Well, in order for Shane to be victorious in this bout, he's going to have to do something that he hasn't been doing for the past couple of years. The last time we saw Sugar at his best was in 1999 against Oscar De La Hoya, okay, at the Staples Center. Okay, so in order for him to kind of show the magic again at the Staples Center on the 24th, he's going to have to kind of revert back to what he did in 99, which is have good footwork. He's going to have to really follow the roadmap of Bernard Hopkins and what Bernard Hopkins did to Tito Trinidad, which is always have, Margarito turning, never allowing him to set, never allowing him to cut the ring off, and never allowing him to close the distance when they get up in against each other. The problem I have, though, is that Mosley now, if you watch his career in his later stage of his career, let's forget about what he's done in before 99. tends to get frustrated after a certain amount of rounds if he's not able to catch his rhythm, okay, or able to do the things that he has already set himself to reach the goals that he's looking for. And if he doesn't reach those goals, he becomes, frustrated. The problem is that you're able to see the frustration out of Sugar Shane Mosley in his face. Now, Margarito is pretty much a beast in this ring, okay? He takes a great shot, and he also gives a great shot. He's not a one-punch artist. This is a guy that really could just wear and tear you down. He just outlasts his opponent, and really, if you don't have the style of a Paul Williams, he's going to give you problems. Now, Sugar Shane Mosley has lost to bigger men, but he's also beaten bigger men, Fernando Vargas and Ricardo Mayorga. But where Fernando Vargas and Ricardo Mayorga are not in the same league as Margarito at their stage of their career. Vargas was on the way out. Mayorga, his better days were back in 147 when he had his knockout over Sugar Shane's conqueror, Vernon Forrest, right? Now, the bigger men that have had success against Sugar Shane Mosley are boxers. Winky Wright, Vernon Forrest, those are guys that are big. Now, a lot of folks have told me, hey, you know what? The thing, though, is that Cotto made a mistake by not going to his body. Shane will not make that mistake. Shane is a tremendous body puncher, okay, which is true. But the problem is if you watch Margarito, notice how long his arms are, okay? And that's something a lot of people don't give him credit for. He has long arms, and he's able to cover his torso with those long arms, okay? The other thing, too, is that when you go to the body of Margarito, you're going into the danger zone, okay? Because Margarito not only has a good way of blocking his body, but he has a good way of responding to you when you're in the pocket with him, okay? He's got a great uppercut, and not only does he have a great uppercut, he responds with his uppercut with 2, 3, 4, and he does other things. He just doesn't go uppercut and then he tries to pull back to get his long arms in. He actually likes to stay in that telephone pole style with you, okay? The other thing, too, about, Margarito is that he knows how to close the distance. Watch the Cotto fight. He never allowed the faster, smaller Cotto to create the distance. And when he did create the distance, he was still walking his man down, okay? Notice how he would run to him. And that's pretty much what he's going to do with Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane is going to have tremendous success in the early rounds, but after the 5th round is what always leaves up in the minds of everybody, is what happens after that 5th round when Margarito starts to turn on. Remember this. I've heard this many times already. Yeah, Cotto's a better boxer. Yes, Sugar Shane's a better boxer. Paul Williams, Joshua Kalani, etc., 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 etc. You know what? The bottom line is everybody's a better boxer than Margarito. The fact of the matter is, though, is when Margarito turns it on, he turns it on. And the outcome of every fight when Margarito turns it on has always been in his favor. So that scenario there is kind of pretty much out the door. Is that you're right. There are a lot of plenty more better sound fighters than Margarito. But Margarito has been successful in what he's been consistent in doing, which is what? Take a good shot, come back with his good shots, and just really walk you down until he gets his victory over you. Now, what is my prediction? Well, I'm going to go with Margarito on a TKO. And the reason I'm going to go with a TKO is because me personally, I think this is going to be the worst beating that Sugar Shane Mosley is going to receive. And having Naseem Richards on his corner, I think Naseem is going to really keep an eye on the 37-year-old warrior going in there and really not allowing him to take a punishment that is unnecessary. Remember, he's 37 years old. There's no reason for this man to be damaged goods after the end of his career. Okay, we got to be merciful. The ring is not a merciful place. The ring is a place where if it tells you the truth. I always said that fighters are the most honest people on earth. And the reason being is because you could talk, you could talk all this trash, you could say you could do this and you could do that, and blah blah blah. But once you get in that ring, she will find out if you are a liar. Okay, so how sweet is the sugar for Shane against Margarito? I'm gonna say sour, salty. I don't see him taking it. I see Margarito. Remember, guys, if I pick against you guys, man, don't take it personal. It's the fight game. I'm not saying I know more than you. I'm giving you my opinion, and that's the bottom line. So I'm going to go with Margarito TKO against Sugar Shane Mosley, but I'm going to tell you there's going to be plenty of fireworks. We're gonna walk away undisappointed. I think we're going to walk away at least having something to be talked about on Monday morning and something to talk about in the office or at the workplace, at the construction site, fight, or at the barbershop, or at the bar. Trust me, this is going to be a great fight. A great fight to start off, so we should applaud both these guys for taking such a dangerous fight and expect fireworks to light up the Staples Center on January 24th. I'm your host, Dave Duenas. This was an edition of the Will Be Blood Fight Show.